Hi, everybody. It's another episode of Here's the Scoop. I'm Derek Springer.
I'm Josh Davis.
I'm John Normandin.
And, we're going to talk about some stuff. Yeah, I don't know what. We don't have any particular plan set out today. So we're just going to talk about stuff. Who wants to talk about stuff?
I want to talk about stuff. I've
Talk
noticed
about
that,
some stuff, Josh.
Yeah. When have I ever gone by Joshua, Johnny? Every introduction or thing with my name in it is always Joshua. When have I ever gone by Joshua?
Well, it's just so fancy, and that's what your name is on Facebook.
It's true. That is true.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. They asked me my name, and I was like, well, it's Joshua, so.
I always feel like,
I
when
makes
I
you,
see Joshua, you're just like straightening your tie as you type
makes
it.
you sound distinguished.
Oh, okay.
It does.
I suppose so. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that out of here.
My name is Joshua.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
So bonus points if you start talking and singing like that.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay.
I'm going on my guard.
Right? So let's hear a take like that. Oh, he unplugged himself.
Oh,
yeah.
He missed it all.
Can you hear us now?
I can.
Okay.
I'm Joshua, and we're going to scoop the mids on Sunday morning. It's safe for kids.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So what's going on, fellas?
Not much. It's been a pretty slow week over here. Just kind of getting through business as usual, and nothing major to report at this time. But still rustling things behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Russell. What about you guys?
Because I got a severely boogery nose, as you may be able to hear from my voice. So I apologize for this. All right, there we go.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Well,
lots of booger activity is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Well, gentlemen, I went to Disney on Ice last night, and
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah,
Did your tickets say Joshua on them?
No, they said Annie. She bought them.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately.
But for serious, how was Disney on Ice?
Disney on Ice was really good. One of the questions Annie had was how did they find somebody who could do Pacific Islander fire stick dancing and figure skate at the same time? And
yeah, that seems like a fairly difficult thing and a very specific trait.
Right? Yeah. My apologies. I'm not certain what it's called, but so I just called it fire stick dancing. But
it sounds good.
Yeah, I'm sure they weren't doing following protocol, and it was probably just easier just to teach a figure skater how to twirl a fire stick, or maybe they found both. Who knows?
How elaborate was it? Was there like throwing it up in the air and catching it and stuff like that?
No.
It was somebody who probably wouldn't be that hard to find somebody who has an ice skating background and also in
fire.
Middle and high school has done baton twirling kind of shit. So, really, it's just finding somebody like that and convincing them hey, let us set that shit on fire.
and please don't drop it.
Right.
I don't think it's quite the rare find that we might be making it out to be.
Yeah.
But a cool job nonetheless. What do you do?
Yeah.
I skate around and throw fire everywhere. It's cool, don't worry about it.
That makes you sound like an ice wizard.
Right?
Yeah. That was for the Moana portion. Yeah.
Oh, of course it was.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
do they have some big bulky guy on skates that looked like The Rock? Because I would pay actual real dollars to watch The Rock try and ice skate.
No, they did have Maui, but it was a dude in a bodysuit.
Yeah.
And a big Maui head, and he basically looked like a Jim Henson Muppet, on figure skates.
Wow.
I'm not sure how I
Okay.
feel about that. I feel like that would be just as difficult as The Rock trying to do it because
Right.
that thing has to be top heavy because like
Oh,
the guy is the character is built basically like a V because he's got
Right?
tiny little
Yeah.
legs.
Well, there's gotta be like, well, no, not if it's a Disney thing. But I was gonna say there's got to be like rehearsal video, like footage of
Oh, I
him
bet it's
biffing it and
hilarious.
just sliding across the ice on his giant head.
yeah.
See, I would
Matt,
also
we
pay
don't like
real
that.
dollars to see that.
Tafiti.
So what else
What
did they
can I
do?
say except, oh shit, not again.
He just arms straight out and just sliding on his face for the length of the rink.
And you're staring at a dummy guy.
Or like, okay, sliding on his head and the entire rest of his body slack like he went out when he hit the ground.
Okay, so what else did they do there?
Well, they had Aladdin. They brought out.
How
They
they
brought
do the
out. They
flying
had
carpet?
the flying carpet was a guy dressed up as a flying carpet. So
Okay.
yeah, basically they took two carpets and sewed them together at the ends and put a dude in the middle and probably poked out some eye holes. Yeah.
Probably. Maybe
Yeah.
not, though.
I can't see, guys. But yeah, they had a big quarter pipe, and then they brought out some ramps, and
Oh.
yeah, like all the like the genies, the part where he multiplies, and
Yeah.
like the extras were like jumping the ramps and like going up the quarter pipe and everything.
See, how come they didn't include that in the movie?
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't remember
It was
it being very X Gamesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the early '90s too. Like everybody wanted a half pipe or a quarter pipe, so they would have loved it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would have just widened the audience and made Disney more money.
Exactly.
You would think.
I didn't even know you could go on a quarter pipe with ice skates.
Well, okay, I can explain that unless it was made of actual ice, which is unlikely. There's at least one company out there that manufactures this. It's like artificial ice. It's some sort of plastic material, but it's very, very strong, and uh, they make practice rinks out of them, and you can use real ice skates on them. The only thing that won't happen is when you stop, you won't be able to spray any ice or any snow anywhere. But they work. It works just like regular ice. It's actually pretty neat to see.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All that just so they don't have to lay down all that expensive piping and spend weeks trying to make nice level sheets of ice. They just go, yeah, let's put this plastic shit down and let it run around on that.
Right.
So I'm assuming that that's what the ramps and stuff were made out of, so they could keep
okay.
going. Otherwise, if they just made it out of wood, as soon as they hit the edge of that ramp, they'd just be flop, 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 flop.
Right.
blood spray. Which, I mean, I feel would still make a pretty good show, but not the one that you paid to see.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's
Right,
a case made for it, but
Here's how aware I am. Here's how aware I am. I was like, well, if they use hardwood floors for the basketball court, how do they keep the wood from warping when they do the ice rink?
They pick it up in sections and take it out.
Yeah, that's what they told me. So
that much I do know because I learned about that stuff. I'm right across the street from McMorran. I've gone there and seen them putting everything down. It's kind of neat.
I wish I could have seen Billy Ray Cyrus at McMorran. That would have been
Nobody
that
should ever say those words.
Yeah,
ever.
Remember
even
that?
the first half
Yeah,
of
it
it.
was like,
Nobody should ever say, "I wish I could see Billy Ray Cyrus." That's it. You could stop right there.
oh come on, not even in '97.
Especially not in '97.
He still had that glorious mullet, and
the
like
only
he hit the
reason
gym
people went to see him
times
was
a
they
week
were
and,
hoping his daughter would show up.
in 1997. I hope not.
Oh yeah, that's what they were thinking of.
Trump.
I'm here to see.
I'm here to see your daughter. Bring your daughter out. I want to talk to her. I want her to introduce me to that Hannah chick.
What place is this? Port Huron? Is that
Port Huron?
China?
Port Huron?
Is that?
Yeah, it's right near China.
Is that next to China?
So let me ask you this, Josh. Where did this take place? Was it at the same rink that the Blackhawks play at?
No, it was at the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, the next city over.
Is it a nice place?
I'm sorry?
Is it a nice place?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of concerts there. It's it's like it's right next to the airport, O'Hare Airport.
So there's always the possibility, no matter how small, that an airplane might crash into it during a show.
That is a possibility, yes.
That alone makes the shows worth it.
Has it happened?
Not that I know of. Although,
oh God, they're overdue. Don't go back.
Yeah, don't go back. Don't go back.
Never go back.
Until it happens. Until it does happen. Then you
the day after it happens, you can go gawk around and you're probably clear for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like, most people would be like, "Oh, stay away from there. There was an airplane crash." But what's the chances of that happening twice?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
Yeah. And then
it's a whole new world. What's that noise?
It's Aladdin coming for us.
Wow, that carpet is way more powerful than I remember.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Oh, I'm closing my eyes. Don't
you dare open them.
Just keep closed. Keep closed.
Keep them closed at least until you're able to hear your own screams again.
That's when you know it's safe.
Yeah.
Oh no. Just different.
Fair enough. So as for myself, my week sucked balls really, really hard. I was on call, and I'm fairly certain I broke the record for our property, at least, for the number of call-ins to the bat phone. So I had to go in. I ended up going in 6 times just this week.
God. Oh wow!
Let me see. I figured it out. I think I have something like 5 or 5.5 hours of overtime because of all these dumb fucking calls. So my next check's going to be pretty bitchin', but it's a shitty way to get it.
Yeah.
The worst one was last Sunday because I got a call at 5:00 in the morning because somebody's CO detector was going off. Oh. And they're like freaking out. Do we have to get out of the house? I'm like, you might want to open a window just in case. And I get there. The batteries of the CO detector had started corroding.
Oh.
That was the problem.
Just needed new batteries.
Needed new batteries, yeah. Yeah, that was the emergency. So that killed about 45 minutes. Then later that day I got called in again. And what the hell was that one for? I had so many of them this week I can't remember now.
I think that was the one that turned out not to be an emergency, and they tried to get you to do a bunch of little shit.
No, that was Saturday. That was Saturday.
Oh.
The second one, Sunday, somebody called me because they're like, my deadbolt isn't working. And I'm like, well, what seems to be the problem? They go, we can't open the front door. We are stuck inside. I was like, oh, okay, that's a problem.
That's a problem, yeah. Actually, it seems like the deadbolt is working pretty well.
Yeah.
I'll be buying a little bit to throw a flaming bottle through your window.
Yeah. It's certainly keeping bad guys away. But so I get there and I have to go in through the back door. And when I get in there, basically I just had to take off the lock and replace it with a new one because you guys know how a deadbolt works on the inside. There's a little knob that you turn thing. You walk up to it and it just spins. You can like hit it and it just goes like a little propeller. But the door doesn't open. I'm like, okay, yeah, I think this needs to be replaced. No, yeah, you think so?
I see why you're not stoked about this.
So yeah, that was a fairly easy one, but still, that
Right.
the one,
And at least it was valid, you
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Hmm.
But like I've
Well,
had
I mean, really, they could have waited until Monday, business hours. You know, you got a back door, right?
no, well, yeah, but they can't lock it if they leave because it's a sliding screen door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
So
changes things.
that was legitimate. I didn't
Yeah,
have a
for
problem
sure.
with that one.
For sure.
And plus, they were kind enough to wait until later in the day, so I could actually get a few more hours after being up at 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning
Right.
to replace batteries. Plus, I've been going through this sinus infection ever since I got over COVID. And it got so bad during the week that like the side of my nose was so blocked up and it
Hmm.
felt heavy and gross and everything. So Friday, I'm walking from the office to the shop and I sneezed twice. And the second time I sneezed, whatever it was, it loosened something and this gross stuff just started
Oh.
pouring out of my nose as I'm walking to the shop. I'm like, oh God, and this is disgusting. And I hope no one's looking out their window because it's just like, blah, blah.
Oh.
No.
And I was like, oh my God. But then all of a sudden I could breathe through both sides of my nose. I was like, what the hell is going on? This is weird. I can smell
Right,
things.
yeah.
Eureka!
Yeah.
He's
Well,
out
that
there
lasted-
spinning like a fountain.
Yeah.
Stuff just flapping.
Just spraying it all over the place, all over the buildings and everything.
A
But that
whole
lasted.
new world.
But that
Don't you
lasted.
dare close your eyes.
That lasted. No, please close your eyes. Please, for the love of God. You don't want to see this.
Get a poncho, bitch.
It's going to be like a Gallagher show. You're going to need plastic sheeting. You're going to be standing
No.
anywhere near me.
Best to get you slicker.
Oh, God, but it was gross. But like I said, I could breathe through both sides of my nose. That lasted all of one day. When I woke up yesterday, nothing. I was like,
Ah.
but it doesn't have that gross, heavy feeling now. It's just regular stuffed up. So I can actually
Yeah.
blow my nose, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was a vast improvement because yesterday, gentlemen, was Chili Fest.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
right. Yeah, Chili
all
Fest.
the ice sculptures downtown. They had bed races. They had a s'mores station. I don't know if either of you guys last couple of times you've been here paid much attention to what's going on out in front of McMorrin, but they've set up this whole area over there, and they have a bar there that's run by the people who own Casey's, and they've got this whole outside area all set up, and now they have an ice rink set up. They started that last year, and that's kind of cool. But they had the tables where everybody, they're like standing tables. There's like 5 or 6 of them out there. And they took out the middles of them and put barrels in there and lit fires in it. And they set up all those tables as like s'mores stations. So you could go and
Oh,
get
cool.
marshmallows and roast them over that, graham crackers and chocolate and all that stuff. And there was food trucks down there. There was stuff for kids and all kinds of stuff. And for $10, you got to sample chili from every single restaurant in town.
Nice.
Oh.
And let me tell
So
you,
who was the top in your opinion?
in my personal opinion, there were 2. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
See, you're all
In
right.
my personal
Especially
opinion,
because you hit it behind the microphone.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's
doing
sucking
poppers.
a robot's penis.
I'm doing poppers back here. Oh yeah. All right. Anyway, so there were 16 different restaurants, right? The two best ones in my. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
No, I just wanted to ask: did you have all 16? Did you
bet
run
your ass I
the
did.
gauntlet?
You bet your ass I did.
Hell yeah!
And there were some really, really good ones. There were some okay ones, and there was 2 of them that just completely ate ass. And I'll get to those in a minute.
Yeah, you gotta just
Okay,
dirt on
yeah.
all of it.
The 2 best ones. One of them was from a food truck called Jamaican Jerk. They do like jerk chicken and stuff like that.
Hell
Their
yeah.
their chili, oh my god, it was so good. I think they put like mango in it for a little bit of fruity flavor to it, and it had a really nice spice afterwards. Oh, it was so good. And
Hell
Oh,
then
heck yeah.
and then there's a new place downtown called Smoke on the Water, and
Oh.
theirs had
Oh.
barbecued pulled pork in it. I was like, oh my god,
Hell yeah.
I think I love this restaurant now.
Now, is that
like
is
that's
that
the only one that I went back to and asked him, "Is this chili on the menu? Because I want more."
Yeah.
So that's the one that got my vote. That one did.
nice?
Hmm.
Now, is that an offshoot or like a second location of? Because I think there's a place called Smoke on the Water that's out like around St. Clair somewhere.
I don't know.
I'm
Hmm.
not
Yeah.
sure. I might just be making things up.
Let me look it up.
Oh, on the water.
Well, I mean, it's right there by the river, so technically it's right.
Yeah.
What?
So did you do the thing? Did you do the Homer Simpson thing where you covered your mouth in wax and just
No.
like
No, I just dumped that shit right in my mouth.
Ah, okay.
Don't quit your day job, whatever that is.
Homer, you said you weren't gonna drink. And he did. He just had a psychedelic chili.
There's just the one in Port Huron from the look of it.
Oh,
I wonder if it was maybe it's the one that used to be in St. Clair and they moved it here.
oh, who knows?
But at any
It
rate,
just it sounded familiar, but
yeah. But at any rate, theirs is fantastic.
good.
And if anybody listens to this comes into town or lives in town, stop by there and get some of that chili because it is phenomenal.
Get
I will get some of that chili.
Let Derek know. Bring him by a little bowl.
Oh yes, that would be
That's a
warmly
finder's
accepted.
fee.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Most of the other stuff was pretty much,
Middle of the road.
kind of midden.
So what sucked? What was bad?
Well, I'll get to that. But I do want to call out the Raven because Sadat used a new recipe this year and he put smoked chilies in theirs. And I've had their chili there before and it was good. But with the smoked chilies, it gave it a little extra kick, and that was really nice too. So good job,
Nice.
Sadat.
Heck yeah, brother.
Now, the ones that really sucked.
Literally spill the beans. The chili beans.
Spill them.
Like
Names and addresses.
I expected this from one place because the one place is called Dot's Candy and Sweets.
Hmm?
Well, apparently they do sandwiches and stuff too, but if their chili is any indication of what their non-candy stuff is, it's going to be a hard pass for me. There's, like, they called it Grandpa's recipe, and I'm like, do you hate your grandpa, or does he hate you? Is that what it is? Or because like there's big old mushrooms in it, like big chunks of mushroom, and
that doesn't
for
belong
one,
in a chili like that.
I don't like mushrooms to begin with.
I mean,
that just made it worse.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever put mushrooms in a chili.
I've never heard of anybody.
I
doing
mean,
that.
I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it if it wasn't big, nasty.
It was like big,
Globs of
they'll
them,
cut them up in
Yeah.
long slices, so it's like the length of the whole mushroom. And that's what it was. It was mostly
kind of have to hide them in food.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you dice up for something like that. But,
Right,
oh my god, it was just disgusting. And then there were two of them, and four of these places were in Wrigley Hall, which is the old Art Van building.
Oh,
They've converted
yeah.
that this whole thing. There's a concert venue in there. They've got all these restaurants and stuff. So there's four places that are in there. One of them was just a place for one of the food trucks. Place called What the Fry. Theirs was pretty good. But there's a place called Taco Cat. And you would think a place called Taco Cat that does tacos and stuff like that would know how to season chili.
Oh.
They do not.
No.
No. And theirs was just it was like they bought ground beef that had already been like cut and
Mhm.
into little cubes, and then cooked up, and then frozen, and then they unfroze it, threw it in a big pot of like tomatoes and shit. It was
Oh.
horrible. And then there there was no forks given.
Bleh.
Points for the cool name. I like the name.
Mm.
The chili was just this watery garbage with lumps of tomato in it. There was no meat that I saw. There was no
Uh-huh.
beans or anything like that. It was just awful.
What?
Oh.
It was like, all right,
It
let's
was
take these stewed
absolutely awful.
tomatoes.
Well,
Call
Derek,
it chili.
you used to live in Texas. You should know that beans do not go in chili.
They do if you're not making Coney dogs. You put beans in chili.
I enjoy beans and chili.
You know what surprised me? Nobody made like a white chili or like a 3-bean chili or anything like that. It was all just basic, like, pinto beans and stuff like that. Or I'm sorry, red beans or whatever you want to call them.
Mm.
That was good and all that. But I thought somebody would try something creative.
Yeah.
Right.
Lynch's was the most creative choice, but I did not care for it. That was just me personally. Everybody else
Yeah.
seemed to like it.
Yeah.
Along with their basic chili recipe, they also put what's that stuff called? Is the Irish beer? What is it? The
Guinness?
Guinness?
Yes, they flavored it with Guinness, but it tasted like they put way too much in it because it mostly tasted like beer.
Like somebody needs to take my keys. I had too much of this chili.
I mean, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't terrible, but it just really didn't work for me because the Guinness taste was way too strong. They probably should have put a little bit less in there, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But God, when I got there, I started right at 12 because that's when it started. The lines were all short, and I got through most of it up until I got to Lynch's. Lynch's, the line they had, it was like waiting for a ride at a theme park. They had chained areas, and the line was just weaving through it. The line was halfway down the block when I got there. And it was moving relatively fast, but the guy who was serving it is this like 800-year-old guy in a veteran's hat.
Oh.
And of course he wants to stop and chit chat with everybody that he hands it to. How are you today? I'm doing good. Hey, here's a picture of my grandkids. And like, dude, I've got like 400 people standing behind me. Shut up, give me the chili and let me leave.
Give me the chili and everybody will be okay.
Otherwise, someone may die, and it could be you. But all in all, it was really cool. Like I said, most of the chili, except for those couple of them, was at least serviceable and pretty good. Those three, though, I would say hard no.
when you were talking about Dot's sweets and treats,
Sweets and
I was
shit.
just imagining you sitting there eating your chili and just, this a peppermint?
Why is there a butterscotch disc in this?
They're in the kitchen with their big pot. Like, how is it, Ma? Needs more pixie sticks. Blue this time.
I will tell you this: one of the middle ground standouts was the zebra bar.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've eaten some edible shit from them. That was 20 years ago, though.
Their chili reminded me the most of the chili my mom used to make. That was really good.
Yeah,
I did like
nice.
That. And there was another one. I'm trying to remember which one it was, but holy crap! It was Bella Bola, the pizza place downtown.
Okay.
That sounds too much like Ebola.
Dude, it was like they put half a can of cinnamon in their pot while they were doing it. And it was just, chili should not taste sweet.
No.
That's what it tasted like. Like you walk in the door and it smells really good because of the Parmesan cheese and all that other stuff and all that. And then they give you this little cup of garbage that tastes like hate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Sweet hate.
I was like, stick to pizza, guys. Stick to pizza.
You've really made hate to my mouth.
100%. That's exactly what it tasted like. But yeah, I mean, for $10, it was totally worth it. You know?
Take your salty leavings back and go.
just throwing stuff. It's okay. Everybody,
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Go for it.
pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Everybody be quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm better now.
Fun fact
Oh,
about the
that's
mushroom.
amazing. Let me ask you,
Yes,
was there any place that you snuck back to for a second helping?
I did not.
No,
I wanted
okay.
to. I wanted to go back to Smoke on the Water so bad, but when I got there, their line was as long as the line at Lynch's, but they were all standing outside. And,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I could tell people liked it because there was this whole big crowd just kind of floating around the place, like they were waiting to just at least get in there for a smell. But if I had done that, that would have been the place because it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
anybody else got any stuff?
Yeah, here's a fun fact about the mushroom. Did you know that humans and humans, the ancestors of humans, or the common ancestor of human, split from the mushroom after the common ancestor of mushrooms split from plants?
No, I did not know that.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
did
Yeah.
you know that?
News to me.
Oh, well, there you are.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why if you've ever heard anybody describe mushrooms as meaty, and that's the reason why.
I have never heard that. No
okay.
one has ever described a mushroom as meaty.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've heard it.
Yeah.
Well,
But I
that's
guess
right.
I never had that kind of insight or thought.
Well, I would avoid that person who described it to you like that because they're probably cannibals.
fair enough. Fair
I'll
enough.
taste your flesh. Please no.
I will nibble
taste
on
just-
your mushroom. Wait, what?
You taste just like a mushroom. Yeah.
But you scream more.
Here's a science lesson. I'm gonna cook you up some mushrooms and cook you up with some mushrooms. Yeah, there we go.
You should never double up your meat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Fair enough.
Because that's just excessive.
Right. Fair enough.
Man.
So, Bwammies.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
So,
it's a Thursday? Is that what I saw?
yeah, it's a Thursday night.
That's crazy.
Uh huh.
'Cause it seems like that's the kind of thing you would definitely shoot for having on a weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
But I feel like because they're doing it at the Outpost, more than likely they've got somebody booked for Friday and Saturday. So,
Well, yeah, okay. I guess it makes sense in the context of a lot of clubs around town are already booked. B, a lot of people who would be at the Bwammies are playing at the clubs around town that are booked all over the weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So I suppose Thursday is kind of perfect.
But
them.
it still kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, so I'm working on a plan so I could still get up there.
I will do
Fantastic.
likewise.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So it probably involves driving up Wednesday night after work and yeah.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
I want my Bwammy, damn it.
Yeah. I really hope we get it this year. I do.
Me too.
I think it would be neat to have that little trophy. I put
Need that win.
I
Hell
put
yeah.
it right over there. Right there. That place there.
Not there.
Guys, look over there.
No.
Oh, okay. Right here? That's where you're pointing?
Right there in front of my helmets.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good place for it. So so do we do like one of those sitcom things where that always blows up in everybody's faces, where we all have it for a week and then the next person gets it, like
I think
like
we
a
all
Radioactive
get
Man,
one.
like Radioactive Man Volume 1,
And we'll end up hating each other because one of us won't give up the trophy. I've always
It's
Right,
my
yeah,
turn to have the Bwammy.
Well, they come and get it if you want it so bad.
Then A wise old king comes and snaps it into 3 pieces for us.
And then
Maybe we should
one of
just
us is
show up
like,
there with a hacksaw and just be like, "Well, we weren't sure if we were each gonna get one, so."
yeah, there we go.
I call dibs on the inscription.
Aw, I wanted that part.
I'll just get the top corner. That's fine.
Just the tip.
Yeah, yes, a tip.
Just the tip.
All right,
Yeah.
so that means Derek, you get the base.
I get the shaft.
Brilliant.
Oh, fantastic.
Problem solved.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
soft.
easy.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring a coping saw. We'll just cut it into littler versions of it. Get intricate shape, whatever it is.
And soon after, we'll be coping with my inability to saw a straight line.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I've been to the outpost once, and I think I've already told this story, but the band they're playing, Abby and I were waiting for our cab, and the band that was playing Chain Reaction, they were covering Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. And so we're waiting out in the front foyer, and this dude walks by. He's like, "Hey, are you going off the rails?" And I'm like, "Well, hell yeah, brother!" And then and he goes, "Well, fuck you!" And then walks off.
Yeah.
Wow, that took a turn I did not expect.
Yeah, totally did. Yeah.
When you started telling the story, I was like, "Yeah, this sounds familiar," but I'm not sure I remember where he's going. When you got to the end, I was like, "Yep,
Yep."
I like it.
it's all
He's
coming
fun.
back to me now."
He said it a lot meaner than I described it, and louder.
Fantastic.
He wanted to beat you up and swipe your little sister.
I just need an opening. I'll tell him "fuck you," and then
I'm going to emasculate you and take this small woman with me.
Come on, babes. I'm going to show you my truck.
I got truck nuts.
2 sets.
Holy shit. Yeah, I know the
That equals
outpost
4.
pretty well. I've played very good, Josh. I've played
thank
there. I've played there a couple of times. I've also been there as just I wouldn't call myself a customer because all I ever drank was Coke. But like the one time I remember going there just to hang out was for buddy of mine. He was like, "Yeah, why don't you go to the outpost, just hang out and have a couple of drinks?" I was like, "Okay, cool, we'll go." We go there and we're watching the band, and I can't remember who the band is, but they were okay-ish. And they started playing some fucking song. It was one of the standard, this will make all the girls scream and bounce around and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm watching on the dance floor and everybody's, having a good time and all that. And then this one girl who is wearing a denim mini dress and these like ridiculous high heels comes walking down the steps to the dance floor because the dance floor, have you ever been there, John?
Yeah.
Okay, so the dance floor's got stairs leading to it because it's lower than the rest of it.
Yeah.
So she's walking down these stairs and her ankle goes whoop, and then she fucking ass over tea kettle all the way down to the floor, laying face down on the floor, legs up in the air, dress up around her waist, and her ass hanging out, no panties.
Oh my.
Totally oblivious. She gets up. Her nose is bleeding a little, and she's just dancing away.
Ooh, this cocaine's great. Woo!
Right, I was just gonna say her nose.
Why
was
can't we
probably
start a
already
line
bleeding before
dance?
she fell?
She's like, why can't we? Let's get a line dance going, you guys.
I just did a line.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that
It'll
means?
Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. You said line dance, so I just need the music for it. So all right.
You and fucking
Oh,
Billy
you
Ray
got a boot
Cyrus, what the
scoop.
hell?
I don't know. The
got a
boot
boot
scoot boogie.
scoot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Boot scoot boogie.
There's only one kind of boogie, and it's a boot scoot boogie.
Here's what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to get down. I need you to turn around.
Okay.
I need you to go to town.
Wait. Let me write that down.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Boot scoot and boogie.
All right.
Okay. All right. Oh.
There's
That's
only
all
one
you
kind
need
of
to know.
country.
Well, now that I've written it down, I will remember that
All right.
and put it into practice.
Yeah, refer back to that when you need to.
I will. If I go somewhere, I'm gonna have to write it on my hand because I don't want to carry around a notepad while I'm standing on the dance floor looking like an idiot. Get down. All right, get down. Hold on.
I'm just imagining that scene in Lost when Charlie's underwater and he presses his hand up against the window and he says, "Get down, turn around, go down, boot scoot and boogie."
It would be something like that, yes.
Yeah.
I sweated off the last step.
Oh no.
Shit. It's all for naught.
Bort Sklot Booger? It was got all sweaty. I was holding a drink.
Hold the drink with your left hand, man.
Who is Scott Booger?
I think it's B. Scott Booger. So maybe that narrows it down a little.
I think that's an author, isn't it?
Yeah, his B.
B.
Scott
Scott
Boogerman.
Fitzburger. Yeah.
Fitzburger.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It was the best of time. It was the snot of times.
It was snot.
Yeah, it was snot. Yeah.
Holy shit, you guys. Well, I think that pretty much covers everything. How about you? What were you going to say, Josh?
Oh, no, never mind.
No, go ahead, say it.
Oh, okay. It'd be really fun. Let's drive to a party in each other's cars.
Okay, I regret asking you to say it.
Okay, yeah, that was. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Great Gatsby. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, on that note, guys, I feel like we could call it a day.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Thanks for scooping with us.
Yeah.